Last week, you watched us tackle the rest of our to-do list before setting sail across the Pacific Ocean to the Marquesas Islands. This week, join us for the good, the bad, and the mundane of real life while underway. I'm Holly. That's Ray. And this is our home, Sabado. Together, we've sailed the east coast of the United States, the Bahamas, and the Caribbean. And now we've begun the next leg of our circumnavigation, the Pacific. Subscribe to tag along on the adventure. We are just surrounded by squalls. Ray actually dealt with the brunt of it last night during his shift. You can see we're just tacking back and forth trying to dodge the worst of it. We had it all. Thunder, lightning, wind, rain, waves, you name it. And unfortunately, it's looking like it's gonna stick around. Here it comes. It's been a few hours and it seems like things are starting to clear up. Hopefully I didn't just jinx it. What's going on up here?
High quality enclosure by Enclosure.
We're doing a pre-departure inspection and notice this entire section of our home enclosure has ripped.
Nice going, NV Enclosures.
And it took us 5 hours to hand stitch it back together.
I think why they call it NV is because you're envious of other boats with better enclosures.
They didn't use UV resistant thread, so it just falls apart. We're constantly repairing it. Now, how did you get up here? Poor little guy.
It looks like we'll be able to sail the rest of the way to Galapagos, which we have a waypoint just on the north side of it, so we're about 468 miles from that right now. Yeah, I'm glad last night is over.
Looks like we're in for another night of dodging squalls. We're just putting in a preemptive reef. Hopefully tonight isn't as bad as last night. I've just come up from my watch shift and we're being attacked by birds. They're boobies too, so they sound like little gremlins. This is Ray's bird deterrent system. I'm just supposed to, yeah, scare them away periodically. Hopefully keep them off the boat. Anyway, great sail. We're going 7 knots and the sea state is relatively calm. We've got the Jenniker out bright and early this morning. Speed looks good. It's time for a produce inspection. I try to do this every other day just so I can see what's getting ripe and make sure it either gets frozen or eaten before it spoils. So far we've been doing really well with our provisions. Looks like I'm gonna freeze some fruit today though. hate to be the bearer of bad news, but as you can see, we have lost all our wind and just started an engine. Ray's scrubbing the bird poop from last night off the deck. What an angel. Hey! What is going on out there? Woo! Oh my gosh!
Go ahead and turn the power on over here.
On! The blower for our starboard engine just quit.
Got it to spin, but not good enough yet.
So, what was the problem? Was it a connection or was it
No, it's
just...
just carbon from all the brushes there. Little bearings, little bushings, and they break off in there and prevent it from working.
Wow.
No, it's dead. Usually you can take those motors apart and clean them out and get them to limp along, but this one just crumpled inside, so it was dead. Need a new one.
It was actually on our spare parts list, but we ran out of money and didn't get it, so of course it's the first thing to break. I'm trying a new trick. Ever since we got to the tropics, my spices just become rock formations in the humidity, so I put a couple of dried beans in each jar to absorb the moisture. Seems to be working so far. Looks like the wind decided to pay us another visit. We've got the Jennifer and the main up. We're ending the day exactly as we started it. Tonight is Equator crossing night. We're about 3 miles away now. Almost there! What?
Ben and Ashley, they just...
Oh! We've been chatting with Ben and Ashley on Nahoa. They crossed just a few seconds ago. We can see them on AIS.
We are crossing the equator.
Woo!
In 10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get the south. There it is.
Yeah!
Let's have some bubbly.
Woo!
So we have some non-alcoholic bubbly for us.
There it is! And we've got this.
So we've got some rum for
shooter.
Neptune. All right, Neptune gets a drink first.
We've got to honor the tradition.
That's right. All right, King Neptune.
Neptune!
Keep us safe on our passage.
Glug, glug,
Right.
glug, glug, glug.
There you go, darling.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Great juice. We are officially shellbacks, no longer polywogs. Now, it's past my bedtime. Good morning.
Hello.
How's it going up here?
Good. We finally got the wind this morning. We got 13 knots of wind. We're doing 7.5 or so knots. Seas are nice. It's a great morning.
Nice.
Great morning.
like we finally settled into a routine. Life on Passage is our new normal, but having our mornings look like this will never get old.
Alright, so I thought I'd take you guys along on my once, sometimes twice a day survey of the boat for shape and anything else that I see that's wrong. I'll point out. It's gonna be super windy, so I'll just point out what I see, and you'll get to see what I look for and some of the quick fixes that I do right away. So let's go. Babe, look. And thumbs up and everything looks good.
Where the heck did that come from?
We had good sailing for the first half of the day. Motoring now, in fact, we completely dropped the sails. Mainly because we only have about 8 knots of wind coming from right behind us. We've got a little over a knot of current coming directly at us. We've got ground swell coming from this direction, and we've got the wind waves coming from this direction, so it really makes the boat go like this. The sails flop around, and we don't want to do damage to the rig this early in the trip or at all. So we're motoring, and once we get to a position where we can sail, we're going to sail again, and that's kind of where we are.
How many miles did we do today?
We did 129 miles over the last 24 hours.
Right.
So yeah, it kind of sucks out here right now, but still better than a cubicle.
Amen. Whoa, 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 those are... We don't have a plan for orcas.
In the past 3 years, hundreds of boat and orca interactions have been reported. Just last month, killer whales surrounding a boat were met with loud noises, an attempt by the crew to scare them off. The pod rammed the boat continuously for over an hour, managing to remove the rudder. With seawater gushing into the boat, the experienced crew of 4 issued a mayday call and were eventually towed to shore unharmed. In another recent instance, 3 orcas repeatedly struck a yacht, causing it to sink entirely.
Pilot whales. Ow! Okay, now I'm less scared. Oh my gosh, they're coming so close. Hi. Wow. You've got to be kidding. What an incredible way to end the day. Last night was rough, but luckily we were able to get the sails up pretty early on, and we're still sailing now. We've got 18 knots of apparent wind, and we're going 7.5-ish. We're using our main on the first reef and our jib. It's just been a really sloppy sea state, but everything always seems a little bit easier in the daylight, so we'll see how today goes. I'm just happy to be sailing. Ray's braving it out there to clean the bird off the enclosure. My hero.
Did?
Yeah?
Check it out.
Jesus. Sawdust.
I just cut it all out. Because it was rubbing up against there.
And that's what was causing that squeak.
Yeah. Still probably needs a little bit more out of there. But yeah, this is super tight up against there.
Wow. And then are you going to put something in between?
No, just the idea is just to make sure it doesn't touch.
Right.
Anymore.
Sawing furniture underway. Another day, crossing the Pacific. It turned out to be a pretty chill day today. The sea state has calmed down considerably. I've just been sitting up here trying to brush up on my French. I took 3 years of classes and only remember how to order food, so hopefully more will come back to me. It's a beautiful afternoon. Little speed boost before dark. We've got the Jennifer up, hitting 10 knots. That's it for this week, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.